go. Perfect. I, I've got a bad start to being on a responsible sleep schedule for the beginning of this fucking semester. It's not an ungodly hour, but it's let's just say this. The Planet Fitness that I'm headed to is not going to be packed. But plan is going to be arms. I'm going to hit triceps with full intensity, but I can kind of feel my biceps a little bit from yesterday. I must have been using them, I don't know. Maybe, oh, you know what I bet it was? It was those close grip rows. The close grip seated cable rows, because usually I like doing a wide bar, but to change it up, I was doing the one where you're holding, like, right here together. I think I was getting some fucking bicep activation. So, they're sore enough to the point where, I mean, I feel like they fucking got enough inadvertent work on that back day. We're hitting them right now, there's probably just no point. So, fuck, this arm day might just turn into a tricep only day. Nothing wrong with that. I fucking love a good tricep pump. But I'm not going to go to that other gym that I've been going to because they don't have a little machine dip. It's kind of fucked up. They got cables for pushdowns, and I guess I could do skull crushers if I wanted, but I'm not really a. Skull crushers are a bit tough on the joints, I would say. For me, it's kind of, there's no real good place to put skull crushers. Ooh, that's just past 12. I got a little nervous. I was going quick. But if I do them first in the lift, then I'm gonna have to do them so heavy if I want to do like a normal set of like 12 or 15, where it's gonna make my fucking elbows sore. All these little tendons over here. And then if I do a couple sets of pushdowns first instead, which I can feel more comfortable on going heavy, like it doesn't bother my elbows at all, even when I do the whole stack plus a fuck ton of slapping plates on the side of the stack too. My elbows fucking love it, at least as far as I can tell now. But then let's say I pre-exhaust my triceps, and then I try to do some skull crushers, uh, you know, once I'm already fatigued, so I won't need so much weight. Then I don't really get such a good squeeze, and I would rather do like maybe rope pushdowns or single arm pushdowns or just something else. So honestly, in terms of at least my preference, skull crushers don't really get thrown in too often. They come and go. For me, a lot of movements kind of just move around in the rotation of frequency. Like, I haven't touched incline dumbbell bench for fucking like 3 months, but I just did them again. Yeah, 2 days ago. Felt sick. So yeah, with chest too, I kind of end up doing a whole little loop of shit. Like sometimes I do only incline bench. Other times, doing mainly incline Smith machine. Uh, every so often, I'll start with a machine press, but typically I don't. Sometimes just because I don't have access. But enough of that. So triceps. I've got a little bit of a kind of a gripe with triceps because what happens is if I go heavy in the beginning when I'm strong, then by the time that I'm ready to do some lighter weight and just really squeeze, I almost can't flex that hard. And in the bottom position, like with a rope, I can like completely straighten out my triceps and squeeze them like hard as fuck with the rope when I'm fresh. Not even, and I don't even need that much weight to feel like I can do a good set. But once my triceps get pumped, what'll happen is like I can't even extend them all the way. Like they just reach a point where like this ends up being as much range of motion as I can do, just because they're like so pumped I can't fully flex them. So sometimes I like to do some lighter squeezing movements in the beginning of triceps, just to sort of beat the pump and get one of those burning sets in first, because those are pretty much the two types of sets you're going to be working with in a bodybuilding muscle building context, right? You got the heavy fucking ones, compound lifts, or heavy push downs, heavy dips, heavy whatever you like, where the only reason you have to stop doing reps is the fact that you just literally can't move the weight anymore, no matter how hard you try. Ideally, ideally you get to that level of exertion. And then there's also there's a possum. There's also the lighter squeezing sets, where that would be the equivalent of like curling the 25s and going really slow and like fucking squeezing insanely hard and then going back down. Where you can kind of do fucking, well, you could probably do fucking partials forever, and you're really just kind of trying to do as many reps as you can. That's definitely a set where you're gonna have to really try to push yourself. Because let's say you're doing curls with a weight that's pretty light for you. You could probably get to 15 reps if this is the end of your workout and say, oh, that feels pretty good, that's kind of burning. And you could put the weight down, even though you probably could have got maybe 10 reps with a couple, half rep partials at the end. So, basic idea on whatever kind of fucking set styles you're doing, or drop sets, or whatever, just fucking go hard. So, enough of this little chat session. Let's just, instead of talking about the pump, let's just go fucking get it. So, like I was kind of hinting at in the car, I'm going to change up my approach to triceps today. So instead of trying to start off with the heaviest fucking movement possible, I'm going to start off a little lighter. I mean, not way lighter than normal. And rather than make the set hard just from the fact that I'm moving a ton of weight, it'll be hard just because I'll fucking have to squeeze crazy hard, solid burn, and you get the idea. So I'll do some single arm push downs. Didn't really require so much warm up because I'm not doing so much weight. So I did a couple reps with 20 pounds, 30, and then 35. So elbows feel perfectly good, nice and warm. So let's just burn out. So with single arm stuff for triceps, my right one's lagging behind the left. So I'll go as hard as possible on the right rep, on the right side, and match the reps with the left one. So the left one gets a little less work, and the right one can catch up. All right, let's move on to some kind of double arm something. With these fucking Planet Fitness pull downs, some of them have like, individual cable attachment on the top. If you just attach the fucking push down handle on here, the whole stack is almost 40 pounds heavier than on the normal one. So it saves me the trouble of fucking trying to jerry rig a plate onto it. Oh, fuck. Okay. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go move on to the seated dip machine. I'll come back to some other kind of push down in a little bit. Seated dip. I think we all know the basic idea with these, but I'll definitely say I manually have to focus on not flexing my pecs or my shoulders or anything, because I'm trying to hit my triceps. All I'm trying to do is flex them such that they'll take my arms from a bent position to a straightened one. But just by the nature of this movement, it's going to want you to fucking flex your pecs. It's going to want you to push downward, when really I don't know. The only cue that I kind of use is trying to keep my shoulders up and relaxed and just squeeze my triceps. It's probably just a fucking experience thing. The longer you do it, the better you'll be at it. But let's see how this feels. All right. Forgot to fucking record the second set of machine dips. All I did was the stack again, except I did a drop set. So really just, set at like 15 or something, and then burn out with about 10 more with a little bit of a lighter weight. So in a very similar fashion, I think I'll do a drop set here too. So heavy with the rope. I will sort of manhandle it, like I'll bend over and like kind of launch the weight down. But I do feel a pretty solid fucking squeeze with the rope when I kind of do it in a little bit of less controlled manner. But then after that initial part of the set's over, I'll drop the weight in fucking half, maybe a little more than half, and do more strict squeezing reps. Just a little bit of a fucking back and forth of styles. Oh, fuck. One more just like that will be fucking good. Whew. Oh. Okay, we're definitely getting somewhere. Let's move on to some straight bar again. I think that'll feel pretty good. Oh. Alright, you know what, fuck it. Let's do some backhand single arm extensions, and then we can be done. A lot of variety this tricep lift. Really trying all sorts of shit. Oh, oh, whoa, that's too heavy. Holy shit. There we go. Okay. This is not a movement where you're fucking doing a ton of weight. Okay. Okay. Alright, let's go check the pump. Like I was saying in the car, no biceps today. I mean, triceps only not the most taxing lift, but my triceps need some fucking work. So honestly, I don't even mind if the biceps are feeling a little extra sore. Just focus on triceps. They're a weak point for me anyway. So let's check the pump. See what all those fucking dips and extensions and pushdowns did for me. Ooh. A little thin on this cutoff, but what are you gonna do? Ooh. Okay, I have zero problem with that. Oh man. Yeah, so this is what I'm talking about when I say a tricep pump. Just because they fucking make my arms look so thick from the side. Like in this front lat spread, they're just fucking like you see how my shoulders are round up to the top? Same thing with the fucking triceps. Ooh. If they were this big unpumped, that'd be badass. So I need him to fucking catch up. God damn it. So let's woo, freaky as they should be. I mean, I just spent the only. Oh, I just spent the whole lift fucking smashing triceps. Of course they're gonna be pumped. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, they're fucking hanging off the bone. God damn it, nice. Oh, that's pretty freaky. You know what else I realized? I realized this during the lift, but I didn't want to talk about it till now. This bulk is over. We're fucking done. Honestly, I've been I've been kind of just maintaining the weight for like a whole month. I probably could have started the cut a little while ago. I just like being fucking, nice and full of carbs and bulked up, I think. So I didn't go in, I didn't come to the gym thinking this, but this is the fucking finale. It's over. There's no more bulk videos. Now, guess what? Do not be alarmed. Guess what comes after the bulk, man? It's always, I know how you're feeling right now. It's always darkest before the dawn. Right, we're about to start trimming down. Honestly, this is perfect for me though, because over the last 2 years-ish, I've been bulking during my school semesters, and that is just a fucking bitch. Because like bulking, in terms of my, time, dedication, and effort, it takes so much more fucking energy than energy and time than cutting. So I'm not gonna have to worry about staying up late to eat. I'm just gonna get to fucking do my little thermo labs, do my fucking whatever else I gotta do. I don't even know. All sorts of random shit. But get ready to lose some of this fullness. I know. I know. I mean, you think it's hard to part with it. What do you think I think? So I will say this. If you're a proper lifter, well, let's say if you're a proper enthusiast of the bulking and cutting method, then you should be able to understand a few key aspects of each of those states of lifting. Now, for one thing, when you're bulking, you get to be nice and full, freaky ass fucking pumps, like skin tight, fucking, you feel fucking huge. Hopefully, you're literally the biggest you've ever been. But then you've got to fucking eat, and unless you've got like if you've got a huge appetite and it's easy for you to put on weight, then bulking is going to be a little bit of a challenge because you're going to have to eat to uncomfortability. But, the benefits are strength, size. Oh, obviously size gain. Yeah, fuck yeah. But in the dieting phase, you get to see what you built. You get to take some fat off. Your face gets a little bit more contoured. Honestly, in about 2 months, my face should look totally different. Well, not totally different, but I'll be a little softer. Or no, not what am I saying, softer? I'll be a little sharper. It's nice and fun to be pretty lean. This is not like show prep. This is not going to be a prep dieting phase. Don't get your hopes up too far. I'm not doing there's no show planned. Just put that on the back of your mind. But yeah, so when you're dieting, you get to look fucking freaky as fuck. You don't have to spend so long making food just because you don't need to eat so much fucking food. And you get to go to the gym, fucking just train hard, get a pump, and you're good. It's perfect. But if you're prone to fucking being hungry, if hunger is a problem for you, if eating in a calorie maintenance, no, if eating in a calorie deficit is just your fucking arch nemesis, then you might have some problems, Some people just have different levels of metabolism too. Or no, different levels of appetite, not metabolism. So let's say two dudes have the exact same metabolism, and one of them, for whatever reason, be it like mental or some kind of thyroid, I don't even know what's going on. One dude has a huge appetite, and one guy has a fucking low appetite. The guy with the low appetite, he's gonna have no problem staying lean, just because he's not fucking hungry. He doesn't want to eat any more food. I feel like a lot of scrawnier dudes, well, not scrawny, let's just say leaner, like naturally lean dudes, that's them. And if you're just naturally prone to fucking eating a shit ton of food, you're going to be kind of on the heavier side. Now, it's hard for him to bulk up, and it's hard for you to cut down. Life isn't fair. You got to analyze whatever person you are and act accordingly. But, whoa, so there's two phases, the bulk phase and the cutting phase. Now, transitioning from the bulk to the cut, that is hypothetically, well, not hypothetically, that's literally the worst case scenario for how your physique is going to look. Because if you just finished a bulk, you're fully carved up, and then you start cutting down. Once you've cut down for about a week, well, let's say 2 weeks-ish, you'll be the flattest you can be, but you'll also be the softest you can be. Because you still have all the body fat for the bulk, but you don't have the full muscle bellies from eating a fuck ton of, fats, carbs, and proteins. And then the best case scenario for your physique is transitioning from a cut into a bulk, because then you're the leanest you've ever been and you're fucking full of carbs. So the week after a cut is when you're gonna look the freakiest for the most part. Now you can do fucking carb cycling where you do like low carbs for most of the week and then do a high carb refeed day. I don't fuck with it. I mean, after today, I'm just dropping the calories straight to around 2,500 ish, because this is a mini cut. I'm not doing that for fucking 4 months, right? This is really just kind of a break from the bulk, resensitize my system to the appetite, because it is definitely much fucking harder for me to eat a ton of food now than it was in the beginning of the bulk. So a little 2-month break, plus get to get lean, show off all sorts of fucking crazy striations and everything else. I'm fucking excited for it. But that's all I gotta fucking say right now. I mean, triceps pumps, bulk. You know what? I think I'm downplaying this. You, I know you've been watching every video since the beginning. You're a long-term sub. I tell you what, you're a real OG for that. Let's get in the fucking car. Well, I'm already getting excited for the cut, man. Oh yeah, this is gonna be fun. This is going to be freaking fun. And I mean, if you can pick up on my enthusiasm for it, I had the exact same feeling when I decided to start the bulk after the last cut. Around, so if you look back in the TikToks, because I've been posting the TikToks since like July, last July. So there's some clips of me when I was pretty lean. I'll probably get to that leanness pretty quickly as well. Maybe not, I don't know. I'll have to see. I don't really know how to gauge it, or I don't remember exactly how lean I was. But that's a little sneak peek. But then again, that was before 200 days of eating in a calorie surplus. So I've definitely gained some fucking contractile tissue since then. I'm just thinking about it now. Oh my goodness. Yeah, but so essentially what happens is I become satisfied with the bulk or the cut, and I say, okay, it's time to switch it up. And I get all excited. It's time to fucking make some more progress. Because really how I look at it is, I've got a Google. So for the cut, I'll track my weight. I need a fucking scale. Oh, that's what I'll do tomorrow. I'll get a little bathroom scale. I don't have one at the apartment. I had one at the house. Oh well, yeah. There's one at the gym. I'll get a bathroom scale, but I'll track the weight in the morning each video. Just before I say anything else, if you're concerned with tracking your weight, never step on a scale during the middle of the day. Never step on the scale at night. Those measurements are absolutely fucking useless, because you've eaten food, you've drank water. If you want to track your weight in a consistent manner with precision and accuracy to determine if you're making gains, or if you're making fat loss, then you got to weigh yourself in the morning after you fucking clear out your system in the bathroom, if you know what I'm talking about. Because I mean, fuck, man, if you had dude, that can account for a pretty substantial amount of weight if you got on the scale before you fucking drop a load and after. So that ends up being my method, and then I can pretty much see my fucking weight fluctuate. So what was I about to say? Getting back to fucking yeah, satisfied with the bulk, time to cut. And then in a couple of months, honestly, not even months, in like probably not more than 3 months guaranteed. Just a couple of months as like sort of a break, but like an incognito cop trying to catch me speeding. Not yet, fool. No, but so after a couple of months, I trimmed down, ready to eat some more fucking food. Just get back on the fucking bulk train. Oh yeah, I was totally fucking forgot my train of thought. So if you do want to track your weight, if you're doing a bulk, if you're doing a cut, and you actually want to stick to it, well, if you're actually going to stick to it, wanting to stick to something and actually doing it, incredibly different things. So let's say you actually are going to do it. If you get on the scale every day and then plug your weight into a fucking Google Sheets, after a couple weeks you can fucking plot that shit on a graph. You can actually see the progress. Oh, it's fun. So I'll do that when for this diet. But how I look at it, for the most part, in a bulk and a cut, going back and forth between those two states, is the bulk is where you're making tangible fucking progress. That's where you're building muscle, you're gaining size, strength. Bulking or cutting, obviously, you're getting training experience. But in a bulk, that's when you're legitimately making progress. You're fucking hacking away at a block of marble. You're getting the rough shape out. And then when you diet down, you start sanding it. You start to see little, you pretty much just get to look at what you fucking built, enjoy it, and then go back to bulking up again. That's pretty much my mentality with it. And ideally, if you did a proper bulk and then a proper cut, assuming you are around the same body fat level in the beginning of the process and at the end, so you're technically at your fattest at the peak bulk, and then you come back to the same level of body fat at the end of it, you should be heavier because you will have gained muscle. Now, I will say I did main gain for years in high school and my first year of college because I was doing I wasn't doing the lifting so seriously. I was on the diving team, so I was around 200 lean before I started messing with the the bulks and cuts and whatnot. So main gaining, definitely not talking smack on that. If you hit your protein and you eat as much food as you're hungry for and you train hard, you will make progress. Just figure out what you want to fucking do. Try it, see what works. That's really what I'm trying to say. But yeah, the bulk that you're making progress, and the cut, honestly, you kind of just need a break. You're gonna sort of plateau. You can't just gain muscle forever on a bulk. And then you resensitize your metabolism, or no, your appetite. You get rid of some of the excess body fat that you put on while trying to hold on to as much muscle as possible that you built during the bulk. And that end state is a little bit heavier than the beginning. Just fucking do that again and again and again and again, man. That's how I like it. That's how I've been doing it, at least. So, honestly, there's really nothing to fucking say. I just gotta do it. Not to say that, I'm not saying that in like, oh, I'm not excited for the cut. Obviously, I am. I'm just saying, I can't really, like me describing what I'm gonna do, there's honestly no point. Because the lifts are gonna look literally the exact fucking same. I'm still gonna do the same rep schemes. I'm gonna do my same split. I'm gonna do the same workouts. I'm probably gonna do similar weights. I'll definitely get a little bit weaker from not having so much food in my system and being nice and full and carved up. That's one drawback of dieting, but the enlightened lifter should know that the body fat loss and the resensitization of his appetite to bulk again is well worth that. But I'm still gonna the workout will look exactly the same. My chest workout in a month after dieting will look the fucking exact same as it did when I was bulking. Because I'm just trying to fucking stimulate the muscle with a lot of weight, get a pump, and that's the end of it. Now, when you're dieting, the end goal, right, the result of that workout is muscle maintenance. You cannot build muscle when you're losing fat. People love saying you can because of like doing a recomp, doing a body recomp. That is not you, right? The people who are burning fat and building muscle at the same time are the people who have never lifted before and it's their first couple of months, or it's the people who have lifted for years, had built a substantial amount of muscle, stopped lifting and lost that muscle, got a little tubby, but then started lifting again consistently. Because building muscle back after you've already built it and lost it, dude, completely different situation than someone trying to build it for the first time. So don't fucking, if you hear someone say, or if you've been lifting for a couple years and you see a YouTube video that says how to recomp, build muscle and lose fat at the same time, that is delusional. Do not do not read into that. Yeah, so you can't build fucking muscle on the cut. You're just holding on to what you've already built. But the chest workout, I'm still going to start off with probably fucking, you know, 6 sets of some kind of incline pressing like normal. Still, as heavy as I can manage. I'm not going to hurt myself, of course. I'll be doing a little less weight for sure. But I'll still be going as hard as I can go. And then I'll do the same shit. Finish with flies and, pec deck or cable press or whatever. Get a fucking gnarly pump, and that's the end of it. I definitely will not be eating all this fucking, calorie dense meals and, ramens and donuts. Definitely no fucking donuts. Jesus. Because there's no point. The whole, I do want to sort of point this out. The point of a diet in the context of changing how your body looks is whether or not it changes how your body looks. Understand? Like for me, in a bulking context, I'm trying to put as much fucking fuel into the furnace as possible. So I don't want to eat a fuck ton of, low calorie foods or, shit with a low glycemic index. I'm fucking funneling whatever I can down this, down this thing and getting a crazy pump from all the carbs. But this is certainly not a situation in which I'll be able to lose any body fat. If I keep this up, I'm just going to probably just keep depositing it slowly. So when I'm dieting, I don't want to go over my calorie limit. So I'm not going to eat foods where, it slaps 300 calories into my day, but I don't feel full at all. I'm going to be I'm definitely going to cut down on the protein shakes, just because drinking 50 grams of a protein shake is not going to be as satisfying and satiating as it would be to like eat 50 grams of turkey or egg whites or, insert real food protein. I'll still probably do one post-workout just for, fast digesting protein amino acids. You get the drill. And I'll still do some cluster dextrin, but I'm not going to be doing a fucking 100 grams. It's just not so important in that context. There's going to be tons of diet soda. Oh my god. Definitely a diet soda enthusiast. It's fucking 0 calories, man. That's the way to do it. And like I was saying in the last video, keto bread, that is fucking where it's at. So I'll definitely add some fucking little... I saw a couple comments that said they would like to see just, maybe a post-workout meal or a pre-workout meal in the videos, not a whole full day of eating. I think that could be arranged. What do you think? Instead of the car talk, do you want a little, just a little meal discussion pre-lift? I don't know. The car talk is kind of, it's kind of my trademark. Maybe I'll do both. I'll figure something out. Who cares? But do not worry. The lifts will continue. The pumps will fucking continue. You know what I'm thinking about now? I'm talking to you specifically. You have no fucking excuse not to do your cardio. I keep seeing the fucking comment, well, why would you cardio in a bulk? I don't mean to be disrespectful when I say what you're commenting in a fucking stupid voice, but I guess I kind of do. I mean, I've said it 100 times. Doing cardio in a bulk is fucking good for you. Better endurance. You're not going to get so gasped during your workouts. You'll be able to go harder. Better metabolism. You're not going to put on so much body fat. And it's going to be easier for you to eat more food. Just because, you're a more well-oiled machine. You can siphon shit around you more effectively, basically. And then that's going to translate to just being leaner. If I did 0 cardio in this bulk, I would definitely be getting fucking way more out of breath after some hard, heavy sets, especially on a leg day. A set of insane squats would probably kill me. Well, not in a literal sense, but If I've been taking a break from squats, but when I was doing them, dude, I'm waiting like 5 minutes before I do another set because it's just so fucking taxing. But yeah, I would definitely be way more out of breath during my actual working sets if I didn't do my cardio, and it'd probably be harder for me to work out, and it wouldn't be as fun. I wouldn't enjoy it so much, and I'd have more body fat on me. If I did no cardio since the fucking beginning of this year, I'd be much softer than I am now. I can guarantee it, and probably without any more muscle gain. That's the argument I always hear. Well, why would you do cardio on a bulk? Because you're burning more energy. Don't you want to eat? I, dude, I mean, yeah, I guess you're fucking right, thermodynamic style. If you burn 300 calories, you'd have to eat 300 more to replace them. But 300 calories, that's nothing, man. 300 calories is a fucking single cheeseburger from McDonald's. How long does that take you to eat? 3 seconds? You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying it has to be that, but you get the idea. So, now that we're actually dieting, if any of you guys were doing a serious summer bulk, it's time to trim down. It's time to see what you built. So, if you want to do that effectively, cardio is going to be fucking good for you. Now, I'm not telling you, I'm, I am in no way like, uh, I'm in no way backing down. Like, okay, you don't have to do your cardio on a bulk, but would you please do it on a cut? No, fucking do it all the time. Come on, oh my god. So, yeah, we had a lot of good lifts, you and me. A lot of freaky pump checks, a couple of laughs, a couple of fails, but overall, I had a good time. I hope you did too, goddammit. So, I'll fucking see you next time.